I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with an order that I placed during the Sephora VIB sale. I did place a few more orders, but they have not arrived yet. This one actually took quite a while, which is understandable with the things that are going on, but I've only had like 2 days to play with some of these products, but I'm going to go ahead and swatch them for you guys and stuff like that. These first two are repurchases. They were sold out of the large tub of the Belif, the True Cream Moisturizing Balm, which I always like to purchase when there is a sale, but I got another one of these. I do have one of the extra large tubs on backup still, but I kind of feel like I never want to run out of this, and you can never have enough of it. So I got another one of those. It's this guy right here, not to be confused with the Aqua Balm. I also got another one of the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Mists because the one that I keep in this room was getting pretty low, and I always feel like I can never have enough of these. I carry one in my bag. I have one in my office. I just have them kind of everywhere, and all of the other three that I have are also getting low, so I got another one of these guys, and the mist on this guy is just phenomenal. But this product itself is one that I feel like when my skin is feeling dry, it actually gets to my skin and makes it feel more hydrated, as opposed to kind of putting a coat over my skin and my skin still feeling tight. And it doesn't irritate my skin or anything like that. You can kind of overdo it sometimes and get a little bit of shine, but I use this every single day after I'm done with my makeup to kind of make it look less powdery and stuff, and I'll get a little bit of extra shine in the T-zone, and then I just go over it with a bit of translucent powder to kind of make that go down, and the rest of my face looks just super glowy. So I just absolutely adore this stuff. And again, that is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Mist right there. I also got one of the Bobbi Brown correctors, and believe it or not, this is a product that I have never purchased. I've tried her corrector concealers, serum concealers, and I used to use those and love those quite a bit. They had since gotten older and I had decluttered them, but I've never tried her pot corrector, which is kind of a cult product. So I got the shade in Porcelain Bisque, and there's 0.05 ounces of product in here. It comes in a little compact like so, and I did use this underneath my eyes today. And typically with correctors, they match my skin tone really well, the pink tone light correctors, because that's just kind of my coloring. I have very strong pink undertones. This is a lot like a lighter coverage than I thought that it was going to be. And so I did go over it with another concealer. And typically when I use a corrector first and then a concealer over the top and kind of blend it in with a sponge, I feel like those two products really intermingle. So it's kind of just a mix of the two. And I felt like when I used this product and then went over it with the number 7 is what I used today, the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Serum Concealer, I feel like this actually stayed underneath and they didn't mix together quite as much as some other corrector concealers that I use. So that was kind of interesting. This particular shade is a bit light, so mixing it with the number 7, which is a little bit darker, kind of worked out just right. But so far, I've really been liking this, and you guys are probably like, yeah, Tara, where you been? That's like a cult product, right? So that's the Bobbi Brown corrector in Porcelain Bisque right there. Aether Beauty also launched 2 new face palettes on Sephora during the sale, so I picked up the lighter of the 2 that are available, and this is the Crystal Charged Cheek Palette in Rose Quartz. This is kind of an all-natural beauty brand. This is the outside box packaging. There's a highlighter and 2 blushes in here, and each one is 0.1 ounces per shade, which is a decent amount for three products in the packaging. They don't put magnets or mirrors in their packaging, and it's a cardboard packaging, so it's supposed to be kind of like easily recyclable. I do find it interesting though that they still use a plastic component to put the names of the shades over the top, when I think it would be much better if they just listed them underneath the shade inside the palette, and even more sustainable yet. But it does come with a sheet with 3 shades like this over the top. So again, this is the one in Rose Quartz. It's the lighter of the 2. I think it's currently sold out, but the darker one is still available. Hopefully it'll come back into stock before the sale ends. But here's the highlighter, and then there's 2 kind of satin matte blushes, and this highlighter is stunning, and the blush shades are beautiful as well. So I'm super happy that I picked this guy up. A more kind of warm pink and then a little bit cooler pink there, and the highlighter is just stunning. I've actually got on their highlighter single, which is also kind of a newer product from them, as an eyeshadow on the inner portion of my eye today, and I kind of use that at least a couple times a week as an eyeshadow, and it's beautiful on the cheeks as well. It's this guy right here, the Aether Beauty Supernova Crushed Diamond in Pure Diamond Dust. if I ever get around to filming that favorites video I've been meaning to do, this product would be in it. This is much more sparkly kind of than the highlighter that's in here. Actually, let me swatch it for you guys so you can see. It kind of has a more of a wet look to it. You can see it's quite a bit more kind of wet looking than the other one. I really love these cheek products from Aether Beauty. So that's the Crystal Charged Cheek Palette in Rose Quartz. This is the little band, since there's no magnet in the palette, that you put over it like that to keep it shut. I also purchased 2 of the new Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blushes. And I kind of wanted to get a whole bunch of them, and I thought just try 2 first and see how you like them, because I don't use a ton of cream products. I'm much more inclined to grab for a powder product than a cream product, but I always love how kind of a cream product looks on the skin, especially when I watch Samantha Ravindell's videos, because she loves cream products. So I got 2 shades. I got 02 Petal Poppin' and 03 Bikini Martini, and there's 0.1 ounces of product in here, or 3 grams. The compacts, a lot of people have been talking about how small they are. I actually don't mind the little packaging. I think it's quite cute. The little compacts do come with a mirror as well. And today I have got on 03 Bikini Martini, which is the more kind of fuchsia pink looking one in the pan. These do go on the skin a little bit more sheer than they look in the pot, which makes them really easy to use. And one of the things that just kind of blew my mind was I was able to use these products over a powdered face. And a lot of cream products, when I try to use them over powder products, they pick up my foundation or my base products, and then it ends up going patchy, which is also the case when I try to use them over a non-set face. If I were to try to blend in a cream product into like foundation and stuff, it always like will move my foundation and it'll be translucent and you'll see blush, but there's no coverage underneath it because it like picks it up. These I have not tried directly over an unset foundation, but I've used them typically how I use a powder blush, and just pounce them on with my damp beauty blender that I use for my foundation. And these go on so nicely over powder. I'm just kind of astounded by it. So I went back and I ordered 3 more shades because I think that the glow and the kind of translucency that it gives the skin is just really pretty. Like the blush is there, but it doesn't look like a bunch of product on the skin. I don't know if that makes any sense, but these are super nice. I also ordered one of the bronzers and contours in the cream as well, just to see how those will work. Those I'm going to try over the liquid foundation first before I try them over powder, just to see. But I really like those, so I thought I would give the other 2 a try. But let me swatch these. I did see her makeup artist, I think her name is Priscilla, on Instagram. She used these on her lips, so I did try Petal Poppin' on my lips the other day, and they do provide color, but it's not really opaque color. So you can use them on your lips, but I kind of like them mostly on my cheeks. So here's Bikini Martini, and here's Petal Poppin'. So there's Bikini Martini, and there is Petal Poppin', and I'm just really impressed with these as cream products, and they just look beautiful on the skin as well. So those are from Fenty, and they're the new Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blushes right there. Should I blend them out a little bit? Because I don't feel like they go on as strong as they're even looking there. And then next up, I could not resist this bronzer from Nars. The packaging is stunning and it just looked super, super pretty. It's the Paradise Found bronzing powder in like the jumbo size. So there's 0.56 ounces of product in here. This is the outside packaging right here. And then here is the actual packaging. I did read online, I believe this is the Laguna bronzer in a jumbo size, but I find it interesting that nowhere on the packaging does it say Laguna on there, because I do have the jumbo one they came out with a couple years ago called Laguna TR bronzer, which is in this more large packaging with a brush. And this one has Laguna, you know, in the name of it, but this one doesn't, but online it says Laguna. So I have not used this yet because I thought it would be fun to run a brush over this on camera. And I just got it 2 days ago, and I purchased 3 bronzers and used the other 2 bronzers prior to using this one. But I wanted to show this one to you guys before the overspray is ruined, because I am 99% sure that that gold is an overspray. Nice mirror, beautiful packaging, ton of product in there. It's going to last forever. And then this does have a fragrance as well, and it smells like the Nars Manoi body oil, which I love that smell. If Nars actually made a perfume that smelled like that, I would purchase it because I think it's really nice. But that's what this smells like. So let's get a brush. I've got a Sonia G Face 1 brush here. So let's just run it in here. And bye-bye. It's definitely an overspray. Let's see what it looks like right here. Let me swatch it for you guys. This does look like the original Laguna. I'll swatch it next to that Laguna TR as well. So that is this guy right here, the Paradise Found. And then here's the Laguna TR bronzer. I did order one of the shades, the matte shades. No, yeah, one of the matte shades too, but that's not here yet. This one appears to be a little bit more warm than this one. But that could be because I'm getting a little bit of that gold sparkle too. Let's grab a little bit more of this. Swatch it again to see if it really is a little bit more warm. I think it is. It looks a little bit more warm. So maybe it is an actual Laguna. I also purchased the bronzer from Kosas, the Sun Show Moisturizing Baked Bronzer, and I got the shade Light Soft Bronze. And there's 0.21 ounces of product, or 6 grams in this guy, which for a full-size product I feel is a little less than there should be. At least 0.3, 0.35 is usually what I'm looking at in a single product like this. So 0.21 is how much is in here, which is a little bit small if you're comparing them to other kind of full-size bronzer products. But this is the bronzer that I'm wearing on my face today. Here's the packaging right here. And this is the lightest one. There are 3 available. I did notice that the light and the medium shade I think are sold out, but the darkest one is still available. This is a pretty light bronzer, and when I first saw it, I was like, ooh, that looks really orangey, but on the skin it actually looks really pretty. This is again what I have on my face today, and because it's the lightest shade, it's very forgiving, and it was really easy for me to use without having too much starkness or having to really buff it out. It just buffed out really pretty on the skin, gave an overall nice tan look, and I think that it looks really stunning. And I like the packaging too. It's like a frosted green packaging, and this is like a baked powder product, not gelée, but more like a baked product. So this is the shade Light right here. You know what, I'm going to swatch that new Nars one underneath it too, and then with the Clinique one too, so you could see all 3 of them. I'll swatch this guy for a 3rd time. This Nars one. So that's the Nars Paradise Found right there. And then the 3rd bronzer that I purchased from the sale is the Clinique Powder Pop Flower Bronzer, and this is in Solar Pop. I only seen 1 shade available in this. Here is the packaging. And then here is the bronzer. It comes in an acrylic clear top packaging. This one has got 0.31 ounces of product in there, and it's got these really pretty embossed flowers in there. The Cheek Pop products from Clinique are some of my favorites. I have all of their Cheek Pop blushes, and I've got 2 of their trio palettes. I wasn't able to get my hands on some of those limited edition highlighters that they did. Oh, I wanted them. I seen some different embossed flowers in their Cheek Pop online too that might be coming out, but I think some of the shades are the same as the first ones that they did. But anyway, I love these type of products. This is a baked jelly bronzer, and the tone of this is just right up my alley. It's kind of a neutral leaning, slightly red type of a bronzer, and I wore this yesterday and it was really beautiful. Because this is a baked jelly product, you're going to want to use maybe a natural bristle brush or something that grabs a little bit more product, because that's just kind of the nature of the baked jelly. They're a little bit more difficult to pick up on like a super soft synthetic because it just rubs over the surface. But this is Solar Pop right here. And out of the 3 bronzers, this one appears to be the darkest. So I really love the Kosas one. I love this Clinique one. I have not worn the Nars one yet, but it is appearing to be quite golden from the swatches, especially compared next to those other 2. And this doesn't look like Original Laguna. So there's the Kosas in Light, the Nars Paradise Found, and the new Clinique Cheek Pop in Solar Pop right there. So this one's baked, this one's a traditional pressed powder, and this one is a baked gelée formula. Also from Clinique, I got the Powder Pop Flower Highlighter in Lunar Pop. Again, I only seen one shade of this highlighter available. This is a baked jelly product as well. It is very, very pretty. It's much more subtle than some of the highlighters that I've been wearing more recently. I've really been into blinding highlights, but this is a really pretty, more natural type of highlighter for what I'm used to. It has the same type of clear packaging as the bronzer. And originally I wasn't sure if this was gonna like deepen on my skin, but it actually lightens when I put it on compared to what it looks like in the pan. And this is the highlighter that I have on my face today. I think that it's really, really pretty. It has a beautiful sheen to it without being too much. And again, I'm somebody who wears a really blinding highlight often. So for me, this is much more subtle, but for somebody who likes a really subtle highlight, this might actually be more than subtle for you, if that makes sense. But it still is really pretty. It just blends into my skin really well. It kind of has a peachy undertone to it. Slight. It's not like a ton of peach, but it's very pretty. And it is baked gelée, which I love. So that is the Clinique Powder Pop Flower Highlighter in Lunar Pop. There's 0.31 ounces of product in this guy as well. And then lastly from Sephora, from this order, I got one of the new Clinique Moisture Surge Pop Triple Lip Balm Hydrate Tint and Shine, and I got it in 06 Grapefruit. They kind of launched this product when they launched the highlighter and the bronzer, so I got the one in Grapefruit, and I've worn this a couple times so far, and it gives the lips a really nice shine to it. There's not a lot of color with this guy, but I really like how it feels on the lips. There are like super fine micro glitters in here that I don't feel on the lips, but they are in there. But I do really like how they feel on the lips. I've got 2 more colors in my bucket right now that I may purchase. I'm not sure. I want to get maybe one of the more vibrant ones that might have a little bit more of a tint to it. I was looking at that purple one, but this is the one in Grapefruit in 06. And the shine is really nice, and they feel nice and hydrating. No smell really to them, but that is the Clinique what I call it, Moisture Surge Pop Triple Lip Balm in 06 Grapefruit. Then I was also going to purchase the Grand Brow and Grand Lash MD Lash Enhancing Serum, also from the Sephora sale, but they sold out of the brow, no, was it the brow? They sold out of the brow one before I was able to place that order. And then my mom told me that they had this set on the Grand Lash website. So I got this set, and I want to say it was 20% off. So it ended up being a better deal because you also get the Grand Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper Clear Gloss in here as well. So it's the Grande Cosmetics Transformation Trio. So there's a full size of the lash serum, a lip, are they calling it lip plumper gloss, and then the brow serum. Now I've used the lash serum years and years ago, and that stuff does work. My mom has actually been using it for years, and that made my eyelashes really grow. I actually had somebody accuse me of wearing false eyelashes when I was using this, and that's all I had on. I'm like, no, these are my real eyelashes. So I know that the lash serum works. It'll be interesting to see if the brow serum works. I'm trying to grow in a little bit of sparse areas that I have in my brows and just a fuller brow in general, so that'll be fun. And then this has got a little bit of a pepper tingle to the lips when you put it on, but it's not like overbearing or anything, and it feels nice. It's kind of just a clear gloss. But so I was happy to get this trio off of the Grande Cosmetics website as opposed to buying them individually during the Sephora sale. And then I placed an order on a website called buynaturalskincare.com because they're one of the main sellers of the Eminence organic skincare range, and if you purchased X amount of dollars, you were able to get a free full-size product, and Eminence products aren't exactly cheap. So I needed 2 products that I use every single morning, and that is the Eminence Organic Skincare Strawberry Rhubarb Dermafoliant with Lactic Acid. There's 4.2 ounces of product in here. This is what the actual packaging looks like, and this is one of my empties. I just finished this and put the one that was in that box in my bathroom, but it has a twisty top where the powder comes out. And what I like to do with this every single morning is mix it with the Mangosteen Daily Resurfacing Cleanser, which is this guy right here, This smells divine. But I put some of the powder in my hand, and then I put the cleanser in there, mix the two together, and then I massage it over a wet face in the morning. And it's just been my go-to combination for washing my face in the morning, because I do have a little bit of exfoliation that needs to be done because of the retinol products that I've used the night previous. So these two products are bomb together. This is amazing on its own as well. I've used this particular product for years, but it's been more recent that I've mixed it with the mangosteen, and my mangosteen one is kind of down to here. So I got another one of those, because if you spent, I think it was $125 or more, you were able to get the mangosteen revitalizing mist for free. And this is a full-size 4.2 ounce bottle as well. And I've tried their mists in the past, and they're a nice mist as well. They don't hydrate my skin quite as well as the Glow Recipe one does, but it is a nice refreshing mist for the skin if you're not looking for a ton of extra hydration. So then, you guys remember when I was hauling the Jill Stuart Bloom Mix blushes that I had seen on Instagram, there was a number 7. Well, you guys let me know that the number 7 was available on the Jill Stuart website. So of course I went over there and I bought number 7 Lavender Rhapsody. And that again is the Jill Stuart Bloom Mix Blush Compact that comes in this packaging. So I'm only missing one shade, and they're out of stock on the Jill Stuart website and also Beautylish right now. And I'm thinking that they're going to restock. I just don't know when. But this shade may be one of my favorite ones. It is just really stunning. It's a lilac kind of pink. This is what the packaging looks like. Then you have this little charm that you can clip on or off. I have not used this shade yet. I've been using those Fenty cream blushes, but this is just so pretty. These blushes are so beautiful on the skin and so easy to use, and you can kind of target, if you used a smaller brush, the individual shades and stuff, but I'm just gonna swirl it all together here for you guys. I'll grab a little bit more of these lighter ones. And it is just a pretty, pretty lavender pink blush. And that one is again called number 7 Lavender Rhapsody from Jill Stuart. And then when I was on her site, I saw this little eyeshadow that I thought I needed to have. It's the Iconic Look eyeshadow in 03 Crystal Carrot. This is the box packaging right there. And it's just one of her single eyeshadows. There's 0.02 ounces of product, which is a small amount of product for a single eyeshadow especially. But here is the compact. I have not worn this yet because I haven't been bothered to mess up the cute little design there. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the little kiss color is not an overspray. It runs all the way through the product. You can see because the packaging is translucent, and you can see that the brown goes all the way to the bottom. But let's swatch the little lip and the little purple and them together. Oh, the dogs are barking at something. And I've really been enjoying Jill Stuart eyeshadows as well. So look, there's kind of like 3 shades that you can get out of this little tiny eyeshadow. It was just super cute. So that's the Jill Stuart 03. Oh, it's called Dearest Kiss is what the sticker says on the back. And then lastly, I have one PR package, and it is from the House of Sillage. They sent me over their new curated collection with the owner, Nicole Mather. And it came in this giant box, so beautifully packaged, and all of the things that were inside were so beautifully packaged. I was kind of one of those situations where my jaw was on the floor as I was opening it. My mom actually came over too, and we were just both kind of like eyes popping out of our head type, oh my gosh type of deal, because their products are so exquisite and luxurious. So firstly, I do want to say a big thank you to House of Sillage and Alex, who is a brand ambassador for House of Sillage, for sending it over. It's like one of the most beautiful PR packages, or packages in general, that I have ever received, and I'm just very, very grateful for that, especially for kind of a little farm gal that lives literally on the farm in North Dakota, to be able to experience such a luxurious, beautiful brand. It's just, I don't quite know how to put it into words, to be honest, but I'm very grateful for it. I believe this is one of their mystery boxes, so some of the items may differ. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the card that came inside, and that is Nicole Mather, the CEO and founder of House of Sillage. And then on the back, it shows the products that were inside the box. Mine did come with a pretty blanket, which I can't bear to start using because my cats will probably try to enjoy it when I'm not in my chair. But it's got House of Sillage embroidered embroidered on the corner. It's just a really nice touch. So it came with one of their bow tie lipstick cases, which again, I've said this a couple times before, these are the most beautifully packaged lipsticks that I have in my entire collection. And the formula is also one of the most beautiful. I would love to see them expand the lipstick range because the formulation is so beautiful. And their bow tie lipstick cases come much like a luxurious piece of jewelry, in that they come with their own little case and their own little sleeve, like a piece of jewelry. So that's what the bow tie comes in. So this collection came with the white bow tie that has Swarovski crystals on it, and it's lacquered like with an enamel. And then there were 2 of the shades Prince inside the packaging, which is actually the lipstick that I have on my lips today, and it's just a really pretty pink shade. It reminds me of MAC Snob, which I used to wear a ton of, but this is actually a little bit more pink. I pulled out Snob so I could swatch them side by side to show you guys the difference between the two. The lipsticks are the Diamond Powder Satin Lipsticks. So this is the shade Prince that I have inside of here. This is how you refill them. You just pop them out and put them inside of the casing like that. So I have got this one on today. And again, it's the shade Prince. Just super, super lovely formula. So, here's Prince right here. And then here is MAC's Snob lipstick, which actually has more purple in it than the Prince shade. And then the House of Sillage lipsticks also have a vanilla scent to them, much like the MAC lipsticks. And I love that. That's my absolute favorite scent in a lipstick, is the vanilla scent. The set also came with one of their travel spray cases, and this is the white one that also has Swarovski crystals and the white enamel on there. Their perfume cases are beautiful, their perfume bottles are beautiful, their lipstick cases are beautiful. The brand as a whole is just like the epitome of luxury to me. So this is the case that it comes with, and I have got one of the perfumes that also came in the collection, was the travel perfume kind of sample set that has got 10 perfumes in here. So the scent that came in here that I put in the travel spray and have been using non-stop is the scent Benevolence. It's this guy. You're not going to be able to see that very well, but this is so nice. I think since they're still doing that 25% off on the website, it does exclude like the mystery boxes because those are already a good deal. But I think I'm going to get the travel set in this fragrance because I love it so much. Initially when I put it on, I got like what I thought was a neroli, but I didn't see neroli in the notes, and I am so far from a perfumer person, like to be able to describe perfume and stuff. But the dry down is something kind of similar to the Goutal fragrance, the Nuit et Confidences fragrance that I absolutely love as well. But these are so like complex, like intricate fragrances, and they last all day. I put on a spritz on this crook of this arm and a spritz on this crook of this arm and one down my shirt. And I get whiffs of it all day long. And my mom, when I'm around her too, she's like, what perfume were you wearing today? Because it smells really good. And lately it's just been this Benevolence one. I love that one. And the other one from the set that I love that they sent me around Christmas time is the Chevador fragrance. That's in this set as well. And I love that perfume. So far with the ones that they've sent me, I've been lucky in that I am kind of a more picky perfume person. I've loved the scents, every scent that they've sent me thus far. The Whispers of Truth in the travel spray, I love that one. The Chevador I love, and the full-size tiara that they sent me in this package as well is just beautiful. I've been toying around with a couple of the other scents, but some of them are a little bit more strong for kind of my liking. They have a little bit more of like a woodsy, musky type of a... See, I'm so bad at describing fragrances. But they're a bit much, but I need to play around with them a little more. But the ones that I feel like you can't go wrong with are the ones that I've gotten, which are the Tiara, the Chevador, the Whispers of Truth. I also want to order the sample set of the Whispers in the Garden scents, because I think for some reason I feel like I will like a couple scents in there, and I want to find out which one and possibly order that fragrance as well. But this is the samples that it comes with. So it has Emerald Rain, Tiara, Holiday, Hautes Bijou, Chevador, Passion de l'Amour, Nuit Moi, Cherry Garden, and Love is in the Air, in addition to the Benevolence, which I love that Benevolence fragrance. It might be like my It might be my summer fragrance. I don't know. It's beautiful. And I love how easy these travel cases are. You can just pull the perfume out and put a different one in and throw it in your bag. And then the star of the show is this full-size Tiara fragrance, which is, it's just stunning. I don't even know how to, again, kind of word how I feel about this, how pretty it is. This is the box that it comes in. It had a cute little bow on there and it says House of Sillage on there. And then the fragrance comes in an actual hard glossed box with a little crystal in there, blue crystal, that you push to make the lid come up. The presentation though, you guys, the presentation of this is just crazy. So it comes open and then inside is your fragrance. There's a little cloth to wipe it off with. And this is the full size of the Tiara. It's a 2.5 fluid ounce bottle, and this fragrance is beautiful as well. It's one that I could just throw on and wear and it lasts all day. 3-4 sprays is kind of all I need and I can smell it all day long. But you guys, look at this. Look at this. It's crazy. Swarovski crystals all around there. It's just stunning to look at. Absolutely stunning. I've been using this more sparingly and I've dipped into the Tiara travel one. That's the one when I've been wearing this fragrance. I've been using that because I don't want to run out of this. I think you can buy the fragrance in the signature collection, so I'd be able to pop the lid off and put it on one of those other bottles. But look at how pretty this is. I don't know how to describe this fragrance. It's kind of a, how about we read? Let's read. Tiara is an elegant and sophisticated fragrance infused with rare and delicate florals, which are blended with sweet notes of Madagascan vanilla, creating the magical and irresistible essence of a beautiful princess. That's how I feel about it. That's why I love it so much. I like a vanilla. It says Tiara is the first limited edition fragrance I created, meaning the founder on here, for House of Sillage, so it holds a very special place in my heart. The inspiration of the Tiara design came to me at the announcement of Kate Middleton and Prince William's engagement. It was inspired by the stunning sapphire ring William gave to Kate, as it was the ring from his mom, Princess Diana. That's nice. It's engraved on the bottom too that says House of Sillage Tiara. I like to pretend when I glance and see the name that it says Tara. I just like to pretend, okay? And it says number 0776 on there. So they are numbered, but this is a really beautiful fragrance right here. How stunning. I just want to I don't know. I just like to look at it. And again, a big thank you to Alex and the House of Sillage for sending that package over. I can't put into words all the feels that it gave me when I opened up that package. And again, kind of their fragrances, that's kind of all I've been wearing more recently is the House of Sillage fragrances. But that is all for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys later. Bye.